Andreas, Mark, thanks so much for sitting down with us here today at the ASTA Corn, Sorghum, and Soybean Seed Research Conference. I understand that you have announced some big news, a new partnership.
Yeah, indeed. Premier Tech with Prairie Engineering has been involved since years and decades here in the U.S. in the ag world. And now with Petcus being our partner for the conditioning equipment, I think we're going to bring a very, very nice solution, a complete solution, and with a lot of innovation for the seed producers here in North America.
So talk to me a little bit about this partnership, what's prompted it, and what do you see as being the synergies?
Okay, wait. So for us, it was important. As you know, we follow a strict TIES strategy: technology, innovation, engineering, service. And so innovation, we believe innovation is in our DNA, as we were the first 1852 to develop conditioning technology. And we do a lot of that at home, meaning in Germany. And also our technologies are developed there. So from the side of engineering, which is always a core component, and services, also a core component, this has to be close to the customer. And so we felt it would be better to go in an alliance with a strong American partner, which would do both things, do the engineering and do the service side, and thus be much closer to the customer with all the offering we can do. And so I think it's a very credible, strong alliation. And so, yeah, this will make both of us much stronger. So it's very easy, actually. It's a no-brainer, so to speak.
And if I may add, Prairie bringing the engineering side of the conditioning, Petcus bringing the conditioning technologies going in there, and Permatech Kronos bringing the packaging side of it. So now we are really in a very good position to offer a complete solution from engineering, equipment, and service throughout North America. So I think it's going to bring a lot of value to our customers.
Important for us as Germans is also to have a culture bridge. We understand that in Europe, some things are done differently than in the US. And for us, it's important to have a strong American partner who can bridge the cultures and understands us. And so John Morland, who has been with us for a time, serves as an ambassador, so to make things happen, melt the two cultures and so on. So that's, I think, a very good mix altogether we can offer to the clients.
Fantastic. Now, on the ground, what do you expect customers should experience from the new partnership and the services that you're offering in your venture?
Okay, actually, Prairie Engineering through Premier Tech will take the front. It's there. It's this already. And now we're going to integrate the Petcus product line, and we're going to use our people to leverage those technologies throughout the U.S. within our customers. And I'm going to set up also a new service team to support this, and even also a testing facility where we have right now in Des Moines, but we're even thinking about expanding it and making it like a real demo and test center. So it's going to be really interesting for customers to experience that.
Yeah, I think the group offers unique, strong points, which is, let's say, rare to find in the US. We have, through Prairie, a lot of very experienced people in the industry and know about seed solutions. We add this from our European side. We definitely have an unbelievable strong infrastructure on innovation in all kinds of the offering line, plus the offering line which comes from Premier Tech. And so I think that is a really strong offering rarely anybody can offer.
Anything to add?
Quite objectively, of course.
For sure.
Do you have anything to add to that?
I think we've covered it pretty much.
So, as Andre said, we go, in that sense, we go with Nike. We just say, just do it.
Just do it.
And that's it.
I love it. You got to get the boots on the ground and you got to get rolling, right?
Yeah.
In terms of your implementation and your strategy for moving forward, what are some of the nuts and bolts to that you have to put in place, or do you already have everything in place and you're just doing it?
Yeah, it's the people, of course. It's the people which are already there. It's not so much that we need to develop, and we have a time. We've been on the market for quite some time. So has Andre and his teams. So there's not really much we need to plan, develop also. So we not just need to get the act together and just start rolling. So we don't expect any lead time for any big administrative issues.
And you mentioned earlier the kind of testing center. Can you elaborate on that in terms of how that came to be? And then I know you mentioned some of the uses that you thought would be good for it, but kind of take us to the inside of that and what your expectations are.
On the test facility, the background of that is that we develop, as I said many times now, very innovative machines. Some are different to what the customer is used to. And so to show the difference, it's needed to get to be credible and to get his trust. And so it's much easier that if the potential client comes to the test facility in the US with his material and has it run through our machine, then he understands much better what is the difference. And so it's not just talk, but it's see, touch, feel, and get the hang of it.
They're able to fully experience what that process and operation would look like in their facility.
It's a very important element of trust.
And is that something that's a little bit unique within
I
the
think
industry?
so. Yeah, I don't know of anybody else from our players in the market which have such a vast test. We do it not only in America. We have several test facilities out there in the world, and I think it has really paid off.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to try to do on top is to bring this packaging part of it also, where we have in our plant. Of course, you can send products and test it in our plant, but now having this test facility for the seeds, for the optical sorting and all that, then I'm going to bring also some packaging equipment so we can also almost connect both together and guarantee the customer the outcome of the line that they will purchase on the road. So it's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting. Both of you have mentioned innovation a couple of times now, and I just want to hear, what is your philosophy when it comes to business and innovation and meeting and or exceeding customer expectations?
Innovation is a buzzword everybody likes to put in the newspaper, and so it's important to differentiate between those who just call it innovation and those who do it. And in all our spectrum of machines, we say we can prove it. This is how it was. This is our new offering, and here's where the difference is. And those differences, the origination of those differences, they come from many things. Most of the time from the clients themselves, because they say we're not happy, but it has been like that always, so it seems to be a given. No, it's not a given. We can think about it. And so we take customer comments, and sometimes it's not even direct customer comments. We just listen to it, and we get an understanding. Client may has already accepted this being industrial standard. And then we take it up and say, it doesn't have to be industrial standard. We can do better. And we can show on any of our products where we have in recent years changed the paradigm.
So Mark is talking a lot about the product itself, and that's true. And I've been there in Germany, and you can feel there's a lot of innovation. They understand the science behind everything they make, which is really unique, I have to admit. At PT, we also do a similar thing at the product level. And we've invested every 5 years. We have a major program in R&D to really push the technology further. But for us, the technology goes also it's not only products, it's one thing, of course, very important, but also innovation in how you serve customers and what is the global commercial offer. A little bit like if you compare with Apple, where there's a phone that's fine, but they develop let's call it an ecosystem around the phone that makes it a very, very nice experience and a very innovative experience. So what we're developing now is to create a similar thing on the industrial world. So having the equipment as the starting point, but creating an ecosystem that now, even with the 4.0 innovations, will allow customers not only to buy a piece of equipment, but also to buy an ecosystem connected that will be able from wherever they are to monitor, to get information, to do predictive maintenance, to do stuff like this, which we're working very hard since the past years to put a new commercial offer in the market. So when you put all this together, it creates a very interesting
offering. No?
offering
Yep.
for the customers.
Fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Test us in 1 year where we are.
Yeah.
So give us a chance, right?
Good.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do that.
Well, I wish you both much success here in your
Thank you.
meetings in Chicago, and thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Yeah.